Hey everyone, welcome to my weekly house call. Your chance to ask me your questions, and this week's question is, Dr. Hyman, I took a quick glance at your book, Eat Fat, Get Thin, and I saw that you recommended potato starch as part of the diet. Is that a serious recommendation? I thought we're supposed to avoid carbs and white powdery starch. Oh my God, how could you recommend that? Well, I get that question a lot. So many of you are probably wondering why I would recommend potato starch when I've been saying for so long that there's so much evil with refined carbs. White powdery starch, deadly, right? Well, there's a special type of starch. It's called resistant starch and has remarkable, unique healing properties, including improving your metabolism, improving your blood sugar, even optimizing your gut flora in a way that helps promote weight loss. So what is resistant starch and why is it important? Well, it's a type of starch that's not digested in the small intestine, at least not by you. It's digested only by the bacteria in your gut, which then produce a whole host of beneficial molecules that promote healthy blood sugar and a healthy gut flora. When you eat resistant starch, it resists digestion and it doesn't spike your blood sugar or your insulin. Resistant starch is a prebiotic also. Think of it as like compost or fertilizer for your healthy gut bacteria, and also known as your gut microbiome. Your gut microbiome is profoundly connected to almost every part of your health, and imbalances in your gut flora have been linked to a whole host of diseases, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, even things like autoimmune disease, inflammatory bowel disease, also things like cancer and depression, anxiety, even autism. In fact, one of the best ways to get your gut back in balance is to tend your inner garden by giving the bugs good food in the form of prebiotics. And it can come in many forms, including inulin, that's not insulin, it's inulin from chicory or Jerusalem artichokes, soluble fiber from psyllium, or from high amylose plants like potatoes, green bananas, and plantains. And then cooking also cooling starches, so cooking and cooling starches like potatoes or rice with oil and not reheating them all the way can also transform regular starch in rice or potatoes to a resistant starch. Now, when the resistant starch gets into your gut, well, then the hundreds of species of bugs start to digest or they ferment the starch. And the good bugs start to produce many beneficial compounds. It also stimulates the growth of beneficial bugs that crowd out the bad bugs. They also produce things called short-chain fatty acids that are the fuel for your colon cells. One in particular, called butyrate, can prevent cancer, it can speed up your metabolism, and it can reduce inflammation. It helps heal your gut by preventing what we call leaky gut that drives you to get food allergies or sensitivities, inflammation, and weight gain. Now, resistant starch also improves insulin sensitivity, and it helps your blood sugar after meals. In other words, it helps reverse diabetes. In fact, in one study, 15 to 30 grams, about 2 to 4 tablespoons of potato starch, improved insulin sensitivity in obese men as much as losing 10% of their body weight, which is amazing. It also has other benefits as well. It helps with weight loss, it reduces insulin spikes after eating, it increases fat burning, and it reduces fat storage in your cells. It also changes the gut bacteria in ways that promote health and even weight loss. And the best way to add resistant starch if you're on a low carbohydrate or refined carb and processed carb diet like Eat Fat, Get Thin is to use Bob's Red Mill unmodified potato starch, not potato flour. It has about 8 grams of resistant starch per tablespoon. Potato starch is really well tolerated. It mixes great with water and it tastes like a little potatoes, not so bad. It can also help you sleep at night. It can also be included in smoothies and mixed in almond milk, but it should not be heated. But you gotta be a little careful when you start to take it because it can change the bugs in your gut and it causes gas because the good and bad bugs start duking it out. But you'll get used to it and then you slowly increase to 2 tablespoons a day. Let's say 1 tablespoon of smoothie and 1 before you go to bed. You'll slowly get used to it as you change out the bad bugs for the good ones. If you have a lot of gas or if you have a lot of gut discomfort, it probably means you have a condition that's called SIBO, or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or yeast overgrowth, and you might need to see a functional medicine doctor and get treatment to fix your gut. So there you have it, a very important reason that I've included resistant starch in my 21-day Eat Fat, Get Thin plan. And I know that combined with the right diet, it can make a huge difference in your health. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried resistant starch? Have you noticed any benefits? Please share your comments below or on my Facebook page, and be sure to submit your questions to DrHyman.com, and maybe next week I'll make a house call to you.